Hey everyone, how's everybody doing out there? Howie, if you're still out there, I got the link out there just for you to come in.
He's asking about where the link is.
The link is up there both by me and my evil twin up there. I posted it there in the chat. And we have Lisa Lee's here. Hey Lisa. We got Phelan of Clan Wolf. Food Forest Permaculture's out there, supposed to be coming up here. We got the evil twin out there. Kathy, North Star Prepstetter. Hey. All right, so let me do this again. Throw this out here.
Hi, Cassie.
There's the link again, Howie. Yeah, I couldn't find Howie's email, so I couldn't send it to. There's Howie's coming in. All righty, let's get him up here. Hey,
There
Howie.
he is.
Hey, hello, Gil. Hi, Will.
Hey.
Yeah, busy day.
Yeah.
All right, so let me go ahead and that's not being shared right now. Okay, good. So I can go ahead and drop this other thing out of here, and I can bring up my notebook. And actually, got some fun stuff here. Let me throw this other back up here for a second. I typed in herb gardens, and look what I got. Cool. Look at all them things.
Look what I got.
Oh, hang on. Let me make you big. There you go. Magic and medicine of plants. Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just about to cut my countertop. So if I mute you and go cut the countertop for the tradesman, it'll just be a minute and I'll be back.
Okay.
I'm just going to mute it. Okay.
All right. Go cut her up.
Yeah. Well, it's a big job we got going on. We're doing a sink, countertop, plumbing.
Oh, yeah. You were telling me about that.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So I'll just be back in 2 minutes after I do a cut here for the sink.
All right.
Okay. Hey, Ontario Homesteads, listening while they're working in the greenhouse. Cecilia Jansen, sorry. And, okay, so let me pull up my cheat sheet here off on the side here. And as everybody comes in, we're going to give Howie a couple minutes here to get in here. Back in here, he's doing some work. As you notice, if you look at the background there, Howie has plants all over inside his house. And
you got a natural forest in there.
Yep. Christy Betts is here. All right. And check one other thing here. And excuse me, I spent time on Will's and I forgot to eat, so I'm having tomatoes and carrots. Trying to eat healthy and lose a little weight. So, let me take care of something here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you set up here on mine. Let's see.
There we go. There we go. So, tonight we are going to be focusing on, not all plants, specifically herbs and other plants such as beets and sunchokes and some of the other fun stuff that Howie's been talking about over the last couple of months that are really healthy for you. And Kathy's on it again. She got that book that Howie was showing us here earlier. And
she's on it already.
Yeah.
Good job.
And since she put that up, I'm going to take everybody take a moment. Grab the link that Kathy just put up there. Go to, right click on the link where it says open a new tab. Open it in a new tab. Don't left click on the link. Right click on it. And add that book to your wish list.
There, now I can see you guys.
Yeah.
Took me long enough.
Add to. Come on, let's go. I'm going to have to restart my computer one of these days. Running it 24/7 all the time. Add it to books. There we go. All right. Added it to books. So I now got Howie's little book there, and okay, hang on a minute here. Okay. There's also a Reader's Digest version too. I might as well add that to my list. Okay. Let me get back in here. All right, so yeah, Cecilia. Wolf beat you. He's nailed them all. But when you get them all, then we'll have a spinoff. See who gets the first place prize. Yeah. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, if you're down in the description down there, talks about the watch hour contest. It ends tonight at 11:59 specific time. That gives everybody back east a little extra time to jump on it here. But I'm in it at midnight, 11:59 Pacific time.
I guess that leaves me out then, huh?
Now you got to, hey, you open 20 channel, open up 20 tabs on your thing and start watching.
Get all my computers going in the different direction. Yep.
But yeah, so it's the only version I've seen. Let me go back here then. Let me go back, open this up, reopen, close tab, take a look here. Okay, go back one tab.
Hey, Taker.
Okay, the link that you had. Oh, that is a Reader's Digest. Oh, the one. Okay, the link that you threw up was for the 1993 one, and then there was another one, same title, different. I'm gonna throw it up here so everybody can see what I'm doing here. Boop-a-doop. So on Amazon, this is the link that Kathy threw up to this one here. And then there's this one here, which has the same title on this one down here, which has the same title. Let me bring it up here. And it's a $20 hardcover. And it looks oh, this is the old, okay. So the $20 hardcover is the older version. And the, come on, let's go. And the 1693 one is the newer version. So Kathy got the newer one. All right. Cool. We're good. All right. Go ahead and bring that back down. Hey, Tinker's wife. All right. She has the older version. So what do you think of it, Patty? Okay. All righty. So Howie will be back in a minute here. So some of the things that I was going through, I made up a list of stuff, and Howie's probably going to just pile on it and make it 20 times bigger. But
yeah, Howie knows a little bit about a lot. There he is.
There he is.
He'll be able to tell us a lot.
Yeah, so Howie's coming back in now. Got it all done?
This is what I'm cutting. Countertop.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Then I got a guy, he's doing the plumbing over there, putting new sink in, new shower for cleaning vegetables.
Ooh.
Yeah, I put double sink in with the shower, and I put in a new dishwasher, and it's coming along. Everything's coming along.
Great.
But it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I'm doing, so that's even worse. So.
That makes it fun.
Hey, it has patina when I'm done with it.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
That's okay. What's going on?
Well, Kathy put up your book on Amazon link for everybody. So I told everybody to go over there and add it to their add it to their wish list.
It's very
And
nice. Reader's Digest is quite common.
Yeah, and Patty at Tinker's Wife says she's has the older version of that book, because I found both of them on Amazon. You can get the older one for $20 more than the newer one. I mean, $20 more, $20 versus $17. So
I have hundreds of books like that, but they're in the library in the back, and just I've collected since I was 10 years old, from even some from the 17th century.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and Stringfield Ridge has joined us.
Hey, Stringfield Ridge.
Hey, Teresa.
My Tinker's Wife, North Star Prep Center, Kathy. Gee, we got a bunch in here, hey?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And so I was pulling up an old paper I had here of notes and stuff from last year, talking about herbs and spices and stuff that are healthy for you.
Well, the first thing that people in the northern hemisphere should look at is stinging nettles. And that's the first thing for the purge and the massive amount of minerals and vitamins in the spring, because you're coming out of winter, you're kind of sluggish and toxic. That's the very first thing you should look at, is some stinging nettle soup. You boil it up, the stinging nettles, and they're quite common around where you live, stinging nettles, especially in the northern hemisphere. That's what I do, and I'm doing that next week, actually.
Okay, cool. And I spent my time on Will's one earlier, and I forgot to eat, so I got carrots and tomatoes.
Nice. Nice.
And I got some beets in there I got to pull out of the fridge here in a minute.
Raw veggies is where it's at. I mean, you can eat your steak too, don't get me wrong, but raw veggies is real good for a human.
Yeah.
We were talking about what you're going to put in your garden this year.
Yeah.
I kept waiting for you to haul in.
But you were busy.
I forgot you were doing that kitchen today.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, that's okay. I've been doing this upstairs, downstairs renovation for a month now. And I was going to put it all on YouTube, but then that's a lot of work, and people have done renovations before.
Yeah.
It's nothing new. You try to think of what you're going to do with your YouTube channel next. What am I going to videotape? So today, when I was out and about, I videotaped green tea blooming here.
Oh, cool.
Camellia. Yeah.
Chamomile?
Camellia.
Camellias.
Camellia, green tea that you drink. You take the first 3 leaves off the camellia, and you'll see them. They got big white flowers.
Uh-huh.
And it's what they harvest in China for making your green tea. And then if they fermented those 3 first leaves, then that'd be black tea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't like black tea myself. I like.
Yeah, I don't care for that black stuff either.
Oh,
No,
Kathy just threw up a nice link there. Stinging nettle soup.
That's it. That's what you want to do when you first come out of winter and you've got nothing. And even if you've got something, that's what you're supposed to have. And what it does, it's so full of minerals, and it's called alkalizing. It's a powerful alkalizer. And what that does is it maintains your potential hydrogen level about 7.4 for large men, maybe 7.2 for a smaller man or woman. But what it does is there's no disease can affect you.
Wow.
And I know you can punch it into Google and look for the pH miracle. And Dr. Robert Colgan wrote that book. But anyway, what it does is it alkalizes you, and it gives you the nutrients you need, and it creates bile in your liver. It's real nice for you. And if you did that for a couple of 3 weeks in the spring, you'd really clean up, hey, and you'd be balanced.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I learned that from an orthomolecular practitioner named Marilyn Lister. I've spent some time in her lab and stuff, and you can check her out online, Marilyn Lister or Lister Nutrition. She's an orthomolecular practitioner, live cell analyst, and a registered nutritionist. She's not just a nutritionist; she's a registered nutritionist with the government. You see?
Cool.
Yeah, but you can check her out. It's called Lister Nutrition, and she's the foremost authority. She teaches doctors, see. what to do on nutrition, because a doctor only gets like maybe 5% of his time as being trained as a doctor for 8 years in nutrition. Yeah, it's easy. I'm live on the stream, dude. Don't say that stuff. I get Gil in trouble. But no, that's the doctor only gets 5%. This lady, Lister Nutrition, Marilyn Lister, she's an amazing woman. She'll teach you across online, or you can go and see her. All the rich and shameless go there because they don't want to die.
Rich and shameless.
It's true.
Oh, like that.
Pull up at her house, man. I'm her gardener. Hey, I grow her food for her, and you should see the people there that come to see her.
It into my phone, so I go back
here.
There it is. There, Kathy put it up. Lister Nutrition. That's one of my best friends and my go-to for any intel I need. That lady is the best there is. She's the foremost leading authority on studying the makeup of man and the food you eat. Okay. Yep.
So, everyone, I'm going to put a link in here in just a second. Howie did a video at my request earlier this week on diabetes and stuff for it. There it is. There's the link to it with sunchokes, PGX, and cactus pads.
PGX is a product you can buy and store in your supplies, and it has inulin in it from a plant.
Yeah.
And they put it in there and they concentrate it. Now, if you drink reverse osmosis water that has all the minerals out, that's what reverse osmosis is. All the water, all the minerals are out of the water. So when you drink that water, it's the solute that soaks up the sugar so you can urinate it. So water is really important if you're diabetic, you know. Yeah, water soaks up sugar. That's why I put water in the description.
Yeah.
And I went to Marilyn Lister and asked her about all this stuff, and she says, "Yeah, this is the legit thing to say, because I can't get in trouble then."
How do you get reverse osmosis water?
It's a screen that screens out the minerals.
It's a filter for your house.
It's like sterilized water then?
No. Sterilized water is good if you got cancer. Sorry, Gil, go ahead.
Yeah. It's a filter system you buy. You can get it installed underneath your sink. Yeah. And you have a little little spigot up there separate from your regular sink water and it basically removes all the minerals, chemicals, all the other crud out of
everything. Lead.
Yeah.
That copper. Yeah. Anything in excess that you don't want. And you want that water. So you can only put so much sugar into water as a solute, right? Mm-hmm. Once you put in so much sugar, then it can't take no more. But if you take all the minerals out and drink reverse osmosis water, it really soaks up the sugar. So your pancreas doesn't have to keep producing insulin and go, hey, my God, I'm really pumping out the insulin here. Insulin's a hormone that's produced by organs in your body or in your pancreas. Sorry. It's a lot to remember and jaw about, but that's the gist of it. I get that.
Hey, Brett.
Good for you, Kathy. That's what you want. Yeah. If you want minerals, you should be getting a masticating juicer, and juicing for what that is. It's got twin gears and it crushes the juice out. It doesn't have a centrifuge to destroy the enzymes for complex molecule building. You want one. It's called a masticating juicer, and it crushes the juice out and presses it out. It doesn't heat it up. And juice, when you do juicing, make sure you don't sit around for more than 20 minutes because it oxidizes. You should be utilizing it right away.
Yeah. You should just I got a question out here from Big Drink. Wrong one. It jumped. I go to click on all of a sudden the chat jumps.
So reverse osmosis water.
Cassie, I got that link. Thanks.
All right. To answer that, reverse osmosis water is better for some people, and other people it's not. Because you still need minerals, and so you need to be taking
mineral supplement.
Mineral supplements if you're doing reverse osmosis, especially calcium.
Yeah. There's not much minerals in city water. There's minerals in spring water.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no minerals in water runoff from the sky and rain.
Yeah. Well, hey, Howie,
Yeah.
Our city water here is loaded with minerals. We got to use a water softener big time. We have because it comes out of a well.
They're sourcing it from a place that has a lot of minerals then deep in the ground.
Right here. They have a big well.
Artesian well is what it is. That's where they're getting it from.
Yeah.
So that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing. But if you want to lower your sugar level, use just pure hydrogen and oxygen. It's a byproduct when a plant goes to the bathroom. There's a stomata on the plant that emits the hydrogen and emits the oxygen, and then you drink it as water, breathe it as air. It's like you're living off the byproduct of plants. That's what humans do. Yeah. People don't look at it that way.
Some of the on my notes here off the side, Howie. From it was last year we had it live out on, I think it was on Will's.
Yeah.
Where, Will, you disappeared. Your green screen's eating you up.
Oh no. Aliens.
He's phasing out of time. He's going to a different dimension.
Yeah. There's a book called Sleeping with Sunflowers. You ever hear of it?
No.
It has folklore in there. And it has also uses. And some of it is, you won't believe it until you see it. But it's called Sleeping with Sunflowers. I have it, but it's in my library. Yeah. But I have a 3 copies because I lend it out. But there's a lot of things in there that you just wouldn't understand that can help you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know it's a weird thing. Sleeping with sunflowers is that you put the sunflower beside your pillow. And then by morning when you wake up, you'll know the truth of anything you want to know. It's creepy. It really works.
Who shot Jay? Oh, no, I can't say. Oh,
hey, be careful what you wish for, man. Even I don't understand the pseudoscience behind that. But I'll tell you one thing. It's for real. Yeah. It's for real. Try it. And if you want to always be in the know and in the now, hang one where you have fresh air coming into your bedroom where you're sleeping. Hang a sunflower there and leave it. Let it dry there. And see if you always know the truth or not. And be highly intuitive. It's a strange thing to do, but it does work. And it's pseudoscience, really.
Yeah. Okay, so I got some questions for you, Howie.
Sure.
I got about 10 things I want to ask you about.
Sure.
Actually, most of them I already know the answer to. But for being able to grow these in a home garden, cinnamon.
Not possible. Not in a northern climate.
Not in northern climate. If you had a green, like in a southern climate, like in Texas or
you can grow it in Texas, in southern Texas, Mexico. Yeah, it's a tropical. It's not subtropical. Now there's two types of cinnamon. Hey, one is good and one's not so good, but it's okay.
Okay, because we're planning on putting in a Willapini greenhouse here.
Nice, that's the best.
And we're wondering whether or not we'd be able to grow cinnamon in it.
No way. That is, what's that?
Oh, so negative.
I'm not supposed to be so negative. My buddy there is highly intelligent and he loves his cinnamon.
Yeah. Well, because I know when we get the Willapini built, we will be able to grow citrus trees in there and fig trees and stuff.
They're subtropical. Yeah.
But I need something warmer than that then, huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Now, a rocket stove.
Well, you could make it warmer, though.
You can make it warmer. You got to monitor the temperature of the ground. It's not really worth it. Just buy a bunch of cinnamon bark, dry it out completely, put it in a mason jar, put it in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes, and then take the mason jar out and let it seal, and that's good for 40 or 50 years.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can't grow cinnamon. I've tried.
Yeah.
I've tried to grow everything you can imagine. I had coconuts growing for 3 years. I had saguaros for 5, but they died. Yeah.
So just dehydrating it in the oven would be better than going through the expense of freeze drying it.
Well, you see, cinnamon loses its properties once you grind it up. Okay.
Right.
if you leave it in as the bark,
right,
and then you somehow do a cryovac, or you put it into a mason jar, bone dry, and then put the jar in and it seals. It's good for a really long time. You got to remember, smoke. Like when native people smoked pemmican meat and berries pounded together by the fire, they're still digging that up in Arizona in the desert 400 years ago, and it's worth $1 million.
Yep.
Yeah, you're talking about pemmican, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You pound the meat. It doesn't matter what kind of meat it is, but any berries like choke cherries, Saskatoon berries, blueberries, and you pound it in that meat and smoke it by the fire, it's good for hundreds of years.
Yeah,
So it's
people
something to
didn't
remember when you're
understand that.
preserving your food.
I tried
Right.
to tell people that, I don't know, a couple of years ago,
I have
and
pemmican.
they would not believe me, you know. I said, you guys don't understand. The Indians did it. The old buffalo hunters did it, you know. You got to believe me. If they ate it, it will happen, you know.
Yeah, here they have what's called camas bulbs. They dig them like the natives did, and they're good for 350, 400 years dried. And it's a bulb underneath the ground. I did a video on it. It's on my channel, and it's on the foraging playlist. And it's 45% sugar. My buddy has it in his food forest. My guy who's doing the plumbing has his own. He has the Rocky Hill Food Forest. A couple of years ago, we started building a food forest with the Pathway Soil Bank building. Well, he did all the work, really. I just provided the intel. And well, I did some too. But now it's on pure rock. He's growing. You'd be amazed what he's growing there. He's growing a lot of food. He's growing there.
You better get him in front of the camera. It sounds like he's pretty knowledgeable.
Yeah, he is. He's camera shy, though. His wife beats him up lots. I got you.
Yeah. So Kathy was saying,
nice lady.
Yeah, Kathy was saying she stores her bark stick of cinnamon and vacuum seal, vacuum seals it and
pop it in the freezer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's really helpful for your blood, hey, and creating bile in your liver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next thing I wanted to ask you about that's on my list here. My wife grows sage. She grows the peppermint.
Nice.
Turmeric.
Turmeric. Yeah, you can grow that in the Willipina.
Turmeric.
Yeah, and ginger too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has ginger. She's wanting to have a greenhouse to bring the ginger up here too, so we can grow turmeric in a greenhouse. Okay.
Absolutely, I do.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Know what? When you got your greenhouse, what's really good is a rocket stove, or a cob oven. And what happens is that you heat up and cook in your cob oven, and then it heats the cob bench through the house, through the Willipina. See? And you cook around 5 o'clock in the evening, then that stays warm till 5 o'clock the next day. So there's other ways to warm the Willipina, not just from being down below the frost barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were planning on running some 8-inch flexible like drain pipe out, a couple hundred feet of it out down about 12 feet deep out and around, and then you put a little 12 volt fan and a little solar panel on it to circulate the air.
Absolutely.
All right.
We got a question.
I'm going to throw it up here.
They want
this
to know.
This is from Brett at the Burchard Homestead. Where can we get turmeric and ginger root to grow?
That's important to ask because when your food goes to a store, it's put in a radiation chamber, and what happens is it kills all the bacteria on it, but it doesn't reproduce well. You want to get yourself some organic turmeric from a farmer's market or organic ginger, and it has tiny little eyes like on it, just popping off, and you want to point them up when you plant it, because if you point it down, that's the green that's coming up. That's not the root system. Mm-hmm. And they're tuber. They're nice, and it's very healthy for you. But you got to watch turmeric, though. Don't do too much. You fail the blood clot if you do too much turmeric. But ginger is more for a blood cleanser for free radical damage, you've got a lot of free. What happens is in your body you get a lot of toxins, so it hurts the cell. You want to take that out. You want to get rid of that. And it's a powerful anti-inflammatory. That's the number one for ginger and turmeric are powerful anti-inflammatories. Yeah.
All right, Tim, the onion thing, don't cut it. You just set the onions out in the room. We were doing that in our office at DHS because people were coming in sick, and we put about half a dozen onions around the room. And we did, first they tried cutting them, and everybody, the fumes started getting to everybody, so we just left them whole around. And yeah, they start absorbing, viruses, bacteria, stuff out of the air. That's one of the reasons why potato salad is so dangerous, is because the onion in it sucks stuff out of the air if it's sitting out for all day. That's what makes it bad, not the mayonnaise. The mayonnaise has vinegar in it, so the mayonnaise is safe. It's the onion in there, and the potatoes do the same thing. They grab stuff out of the air that's not exactly healthy for you.
Yeah.
Once you cut them open.
Yeah. 80% of your diet should be raw vegetables and some fruits, and 20% of meat, cooked, or fish the size of the palm of your hand. Yeah. And that gives you the right potential hydrogen level, and you will always have energy, and that'll boost your metabolism. You want to have metabolism boosting. If you sit there and eat all dead food, then you're going to become dead. That's it. Yeah. I didn't make that up. That's from studies, from people that did studies on that, And I will always trust those people because they've got nothing to gain to lie to me about.
Yeah. And fast food is dead food.
Oh no, never eat fast food. That'll kill you. See, you're born with so many enzymes inside your intestinal tract, right? For powerful, complex molecule building. Once you run out of those, you become old, rancid, and stinky. So you don't want that. So what you do is when you eat meat, you eat what's called papayazyme. And if you are in pain and you got poor digestion too, you eat willowzyme. Mm-hmm. These replaces the enzymes that you've run out of. So if you eat raw vegetables, that's all full of enzymes, so you don't have to worry about running out, because now you're eating it with it because it's not cooked. Once you cook the vegetable, all the enzymes are gone, and it's more powerful complex molecule building and coenzymes than nuclear fission.
Yeah. Okay, quick question here. So Brett, Bouchard Homestead, he's down there in Louisiana, Brett, is that correct? And he seems he can't find anyone growing it down there in his area, the turmeric. So he needs to get a hold of some.
Look around a little harder. There's someone there. Anywhere there's a greenhouse or a farmer's market or a farm, go visit the farmer and ask the farmer. Ask the organic farmer, do you know anybody growing turmeric? And he'll say no or yes. Go to the next one. That's what I do.
Okay. Do they sell it online where you can, like from Berkey or M.I. Gardner or something like that?
Absolutely. Yeah, you want when you want your tuber for your turmeric or your ginger, you don't want it where it's been irradiated. It's called. You don't want that. You want the one that's growing. When you go to the store and you see the little like a little knob growing on it, that's the one for you. Grab that one; it'll grow.
Okay.
Most of them they make so that you can't grow them, don't they?
70% of all your food in the store has been irradiated with radiation in a radiation chamber, so it doesn't rot. No thanks for me, man.
Yeah, but it won't grow either, right?
Well, it'll be deformed, Will. It'll grow all goofy looking and it won't produce, or who knows, maybe it'll produce extra. Hey, radiation is nothing to laugh at. You're mutating the cells, of the plant. You look at a plant cell and a human cell, they've been cut from the same cloth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're very similar.
Okay. Yeah. So up here in the northern climates, we need a greenhouse, a willow peony to be able to grow the turmeric. and the ginger. Holy basil
Nice stuff.
should grow out. We can grow that out here.
Yep.
Hey, shit, how you doing?
Cayenne pepper we can grow.
Yeah, I don't do the cayenne pepper too much. It's got lectins in it. It's like a gluten. What it is a powerful astringent. You don't take up the nutrients because it's an astringent.
Yeah.
So with the cayenne pepper, if you've got stomach sensitivities, or if you're like, some people shouldn't have that, and some people should.
Yes.
It's down to 6-7 types of people in the world. I don't mean this, like saying we're all different or anything, but we are.
Yeah, just look at me and anybody else. I'm different than everybody else.
Well, yeah, but yeah.
Because one of the things on the cayenne pepper I've read a lot about, and if you have the high cholesterol and the plaque buildup and stuff, the doctors are saying now, all right, cayenne pepper has been found to help get the plaque to release and flush out.
It thins out your blood. There's 2 types of plaque, okay? Mm-hmm. There's soft plaque, which causes a heart attack. It's like a pimple that pops on your heart and you go, and you're dead. And then there's the hard plaque, which it shatters and comes off your arterial capillary walls, and it blocks. Mm-hmm. That's the 2 types of plaque. Now, there's only 2 things that I know of that in the herbal world that stops that, and that's malic acid, and enzymes are powerful plaque crushers. If you want to go get your statins for your cholesterol and all this other stuff, go ahead and go see the doc. The doc might not be there. Yeah. So the idea is that malic acid and enzymes, which are found in apples and vegetables and pears, that crushes the plaque, soft or hard plaque, and you pass it through your waist. It's very important for people that are susceptible to stroke or heart attack to remember this, because it's the only thing that crushes the plaque is malic acid, and malic acid is loaded in pears, apples, and apple cider, eh? Yeah. And enzymes, those are plaque crushers. That's a lot to comprehend and take in as a jawful, but it's the real thing, because that's what the surgeon said to me. So I'm just telling you what the surgeon said to me.
Yeah. Hey, CJ. Well, I'm doing okay tonight. You were just staring at the snow for an hour. I was staring outside too, figuring out, right. So tomorrow after church, I got to go out there on my tractor and start moving snow and try to clear area for the garden. But you're talking about pears being, crushing the plaque. Well, I know my grandkids are going to be great because they like eating raw pears, like apples.
I'll be right back.
All right. So, wow. So, hey, so like Kathy's put up there Howie's link to Howie's channel. Howie is very, very, very smart and has a lot of really good stuff there.
Very intelligent guy. He's going to be on our live stream on Monday night, you guys.
Yeah, so Monday night, 7:30 Mountain Time, 9:30 Eastern Time, just in time prepping. So that's going to have some more stuff. But right now we're covering a lot of health stuff and good, stuff on this. Hey, his Happy Inches little homestead, aka Mary. All right. Couple others coming in here.
I got the monkey up there.
Yeah, you're eating. Well, I'm still nibbling on my carrots, trying to stay healthy. Okay, what she used on her husband when he had a heart attack. Gave him time. All right. So, yeah. So, great stuff here. Yeah. So, I know my wife is planning on bringing a lot of stuff that she has in the California garden. That you've seen my video back from the middle of the summer. She has a lot of warm climate plants. So yeah, we're going to have to be putting in a greenhouse for her to have it up here, and I want to do a little peanut greenhouse Wallapini greenhouse. Oh man, why can't I keep butchering the name of it? Wallapini greenhouse, so that we don't have to use so much electricity and gas to heat it. We can just use the geothermal to heat it. You done the hair? Stop over. Oh, Schickster is looking for Bigfoot. Oh yeah, I saw that. That ought to be funny, guys. Chick happens down there. That's CJ. He's a great channel up there in northern Ohio. Has some great information there, and he's just in it there to make us laugh and give us some good information. Yeah, you got a few. You already got a few followers in here, CJ. Ooh, Kathy, that's not good. Now, when Howie was talking about the reverse osmosis water, you can't drink it all too much of it, for too long, because it has everything out of it. Pure H2O is unstable, and it'll try to draw the minerals from your body. That's why you got to take a lot of mineral supplements if you're drinking reverse osmosis water, because basically it's pure H2O, and pure H2O is an unstable element. It likes to pull stuff together from stuff. So, yeah, but it's like our here we on the water we have in our city, our little city. I keep on want to call it the town. It's actually incorporated as a city. Has been for over 100 years. The water here is very hard, so it's got a lot of minerals and stuff in it. So we run a water softener through, and then we pull the water from that's been through the water softener. We got one of those ceramic dome water filters with the 5-stage mineral things and the charcoal activated charcoal filter on it to sort anything else out of the water. So
Our water here sucks.
yeah, but
It's like lead. So everybody here buys bottled water.
yeah, so it's I mean it's so bad. Like for our humidifier, we have to go buy distilled water for our humidifier so that it doesn't cake up and kill our humidifiers. Because right now, with it being as cold as it is, the humidity, likes to drop down into the 20s in the house, which is not good for you. All right. Yeah. So my wife's going to be bringing it. When we build our Willapina, my wife's going to bring in all her sage, her thyme, her rosemary.
She's going to let you build this thing?
She wants to keep her plants. Yeah. And plus all her cactus too. She's bringing all her cactus up here, but she's got several things of ginger. She's got a lot of borage. The borage actually does okay out here because it dies off and it seeds before the first snow, and it just in the spring borage comes up everywhere, which is good. And so rosemary. And I need to ask Howie about Fundageek when he comes back. But there is a lot of good things to herbs and stuff. Now, on that video link I posted earlier, I hope everybody saw it, was the on the sunchokes and the other stuff. And let's see if I can bring.
I'm going to try to grow some of those things this year. I didn't know they were good for you.
Oh yeah, they're if you have a problem with you're starting to show signs of diabetes, he was saying that's very good for that. Gets your everything back, helps get your body leveled back in. Howie evidently I remember he said he has diabetes, but he hasn't been taking medication because he's eating right now and has gotten you got his stuff working, so he doesn't need to take insulin.
Yeah, it's like me. I'm borderline now. I used to take something for my diabetes, but I started eating the stuff the doctor told me to, and I don't have to take. I didn't ever have to do the shots, but I had to take a
Yeah,
medication for it. Now I don't take anything for it.
yeah, yeah. So some of the other foods that are healthy. Okay, all right, okay. Howie's back.
There you go.
All right, Howie.
Yo,
Another question for you.
sure, sure.
Uh, Funugeek, Fenugreek.
Fennel Greek, yeah.
Well, Fenugreek. Okay. Will that grow up here, or will that have to be in a greenhouse?
That's a Mediterranean type thing to grow. It needs a dry, arid condition.
What's
I've
dry?
never grown fennel Greek, but I do know people that do. So yeah, it would be yes.
Okay. Yeah, because like right now, telling everybody right now, it's if we don't use humidifiers in the house here, it drops into the mid to low 20s for the humidity. That's how dry it is here during the wintertime.
You can grow Willapina, the moringa will grow in there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's a very powerful, healthy food.
Now,
It never can get cold. It can never go down to zero.
right.
Low zero, freezing or down, and then the moringa is dead.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. It'll die. Yeah.
So sunchokes.
Yeah, they're my favorite.
I know. Are those type seasonal things, like where we harvest them, put them, store them, and then put them back, replant them in the spring, or
You don't do anything to them. You don't water them. You don't do anything, and they'll grow anywhere. And what you do is you take out the bigger ones, you leave the smaller ones, and then they grow. And they look after themselves. They'll grow from anywhere in the northern hemisphere.
So what put them, make themselves go dormant, and then they come out when it's time to grow again.
Yeah, they look after themselves. You don't have to do anything to them. That's why I like them. But there's more than one type of artichoke like that. You've got yacon. That's another one, and that one need to take out of the soil and store. And yacon's beautiful to eat. Now that's I love that. I grow them every year, and I've got a video on yacon, three of them on my channel. And then there's oka. There's these tubers. They look like little spuds. And then there's dongjing, marusha. There's a bunch of them, and they're all good for growing underneath the ground. And that's your underground food. Then you have your on your ground food. Then you have your shrubs. Then you have your trees. Then you have your vines going through your trees. So you have all these layers of food. And if nothing will fail then, because you've done polyculture. And that's why I do permaculture, because it doesn't fail. And I make my own soil.
All right, Howie, on the sunchokes, what part do you eat?
The whole thing.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? You almost have to be a chef to utilize them. But you know what? With sunchokes, they're such powerful nutrients. Your body's not used to it, so you get a lot of gas.
Okay, Howie.
So people
Kathy
call them fartichokes.
Yeah.
It's a terrible word. But if you leave them in the ground, if you leave them in the ground till they're cold for a month, that's gone. Or if you pressure cook them or boil them in water in little skinny strips.
Okay.
And put some salt in there, like sea salt and some curry. But I'll tell you, it is a beautiful food, especially when you have nothing. We plant them at schools so kids in the wintertime here can come out, dig the ground, and have something to eat beside a fire.
Cool. All right.
So kids can fart.
All right. Kathy was freaking out here. She was trying to keep up with all those things you were just naming. So all those plants you were just naming and stuff, were your underground plants?
Yeah.
Can you go a little bit slower, renaming them again?
Sure. Oka.
How do you spell it?
O-K-A.
Okay.
And that grows underneath the ground. It looks like a 4-leaf clover, and it grows a carpet. And that's really nice food. And then all the different potatoes. When you grow potatoes, put all different kind in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then dongjing It's
How do you
like
spell that?
It look Dongjing, Donjing, and that's how in English. I don't know in Mandarin how to spell it, but
Okay.
what happens is they grow underneath the ground and they're always available. And plant this stuff near one of your big trees so you know where it is and it's hidden. You take away all the tops, all the sunchoke stalks, and then only you know that's there. So it's hidden, your hidden stash. I
Okay.
have many of those.
All right.
Yeah.
And what was the other? What was one of the other ones you mentioned there?
Well, there's Yacon, 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 and that's a sunflower. That's a helianthus.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them. There's Marusha. I don't know how to spell that. It kind of sounds Ukrainian, but it's not. It's Peruvian. and if you go and look at my videos, you'll see me with those in there in my videos. That
Yeah,
all
you gotta go watch him. He'll walk right through his. I call it his forest, and he'll
It's a
tell you
jungle. It's a
everything that's in
jungle.
there, and he'll be picking stuff off while he's talking. So you
That's
guys
what you
get
want.
over there and look at his stuff.
When you see a forest growing by itself, nobody's watering it. Nobody's throwing fertilizer on it. Why? Because nature's best in layers. Soil's made in layers, and never disturb it. And anything you put there, well, you're going to disturb it to plant a tomato plant or whatever, but it'll just grow. I have between 3, 5, 6, 7+ feet of rich black humus. And whatever I plant there grows there. And it's like a giant sponge. It soaks up water in the wintertime, and then it releases the water in the summertime. So there are challenges like, say you're growing in clay. Well, my new food forest over on the West Coast, that's all clay. You look on it, there's Pathway Soil Bank made in clay. And we throw in our lobster carcasses, paper towel, everything goes in there, tea bag, eggshells, bad tomato, and it adds and it builds and it builds and it builds. And then we put in wood ash and biochar on the very top. So, because that's soluble and it comes down the wood ash, it'll sink down, and then just plant that.
Cool.
It's amazing what you're doing what in nature, like in the Brazilian rainforest, they burn it down and then they plant it. And they don't even use fertilizers or anything because they burnt it. You see?
All right.
And then 3 years later, they got to add the fertilizer because it's all soluble, it's all washed away. So what you're doing is you're replicating that in where your garden is, and don't put your food garden, right out in the middle of your property. So all the little bunnies and deer go, oh, look, there's the smorgasbord. Spread it out. Spread it out and mix it all up so they don't notice that there's this little smorgasbord there. I see everybody go, they build these big contraptions to guard their garden. That's lunacy.
Yeah.
That's lunacy.
All right. Got a couple things here to touch on here. Big Dreams Homestead was wondering what zone you live in. That's Victoria Island up there, isn't it?
Vancouver Island, yeah.
In Canada.
Yeah,
Folks,
yeah.
In Canada.
I grow oranges and lemons outside in Canada. In a microclimate. See, Gil, you take your camera when it's frosty and you take a picture. And where there's no frost around your property, that's your microclimate, man. That's where you put your pomegranate, your lemon, your satsuma. I got 50 lemons last year.
Cool.
I ate them. They were delicious. They weren't like the ones in the store. I was like, wow. And you eat the peel, too. That's where all the nutrients is in a lemon. It's not actually in the juice. It's in the peel. Yeah. It's called limonene and limonene. But if you got any more quick questions, I'll take them, and then I got to go.
All right. Tim was...
Somebody was asking about the sunchoke. Said you don't watch it, they'll spread out and take over. Is that right?
Well, if you're not sleeping well at night, that's what happens.
And then...
Look. Anything will spread out. A dandelion, a tomato will freely grow by itself.
All right. So
if you're not using it, then they'll spread over a bit of ground. But when you're hungry or you want a few dollars, they're worth between $8 and $14 a pound, and you need some cash. Well, there you go. Or if you got diabetes, I'm sure they'll get eaten up. I don't have a problem with it. I grow about 3,000 to 4,000 pounds here every year on a half acre. So, hey, I don't have a problem with it. I get rid of them all.
All right. So Kathy was saying she was putting down in the chat in the bottom there. So does that sound about right for the stuff she had that you're
Yep.
talking about? Okay, good. Want to
Yeah,
make
that's
sure on that.
underground food. Then you got on the ground food. You see? You want
Yeah.
like chervil for green leaves for eating. You want lettuce, kale, chards, and you want that as a carpet. I just spread it around and I rake mine in when it starts. There's no more frost. And now we're coming in. Oh, I shouldn't say that. It's hailing here. But I call it guerrilla growing. And some people use chickens to do it or pigs. And you just go around and throw the seed in every year. And not all of them are going to grow. And what you want to do, as soon as you do that, a week later, you want to grow some in trays too and plant them. Don't get me wrong. But if you're going to harvest a crop of, say, kale, you want another crop right behind it, another crop right behind that. It's called condensing time. It's called crop succession. Fiduko, he designed that in Japan, and he was a great Japanese scientist. And here's my buddy.
Something.
As long as there's no swear words.
No swear word. He calls it guerrilla gardening because we call him the old silverback.
He's a good student. He's come
not
on
like Johnny Appleseed, right?
Yeah, I've moved a lot of trees to his place from here that I've grown from seed, and ones that I've rescued too. Like if the property is going to be destroyed, I'll go there when the trees are dormant, and I'll move them. And if you can't move them in the wintertime when they're dormant, you cover them with vegetable oil. So you stop the transpiration through the leaves so they don't die, and then you can move a fruit tree. See, a large tree like I've gathered up all my neighbors and we've moved trees there like 30, 40 feet tall, and all the neighbors come out of the house and we're moving it to the food forest down the road because that's just what we do around here. We know all our neighbors. They're all fairly good. A couple of them are pretty bad guys, but yeah, we got to tolerate them. But yeah, get trees wherever you can. Don't try to grow. If you're over 40 years old, don't try to grow seeds or trees from seeds. Go and buy bare rootstock from your like Buckerfields or something like that. Like a feed store. You go to the feed store, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you want to grow trees that are advanced because you're advanced. If you're over 40 years old, just go and buy your bare root stock. It's best.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
If you want to see anything from it.
Yeah, exactly. You want it right now, right? When you graft, say an apple tree, and it's blooming, and you got a young apple tree that you're growing, well, you're going to get fruit right away. That's how it works, and that's how it works with all fruit trees. If you're grafting an older one, it has the hormones in it. You see, they're called gibberellins, auxins, and cytokines. And when you take that and put it on there, you're actually giving it an advanced life where it can produce fruit. And we do a lot of that.
Huh.
But if you got any more questions, I got to go and do some work. But if you got any more questions, I'll answer them.
Well, go do some work and come back.
I will. Okay, I just got to do a cut for the sink.
All right. Go ahead, Howie. All right. So, yeah, that's some great information there. Yeah, there's just so much, I mean, I wish I knew a tenth of what he knew.
No kidding. Southern West Homestead, how you doing?
Hey guys, we have a newbie popping in here. I got to go back up here. It was where was it here? On the farm with JT. How you doing? On the farm with JT. All right. Bring that back down here. All right. So that's what we've been talking about so far. There's certain other vegetables and stuff you need to grow specifically for what they have in them. Orange and yellow vegetables and certain fruits and eggs are loaded with vitamin A, the beta carotene. Also, they're also in broccoli, spinach, most dark green leafy vegetables. Vitamin B is in all your whole grains, your brown rice, your barley, your millet. It's in your red meats, your poultry, your fish. Again, eggs and dairy products, milk and cheese. Your legumes, your beans and lentils. Certain nuts, most seeds, sunflower seeds, almonds, stuff like that. And again, your dark leafy green vegetables, broccoli, spinach, kale, and some others, have the vitamin D in them as well. I'm reading off my chart here I got brought up here. And vitamin B is also in certain citrus fruits and avocados. So you like avocados on your salad and guacamole and stuff. There's your vitamin B.
Hi,
Now,
Nana Brenda.
what's that?
Nana Brenda just came in.
Hey, prep standing with Nana. All right. So now the next thing here. All right. Well, on the farm with JT, we'll make sure that Howie gets that message. All right. Vitamin C. All right. Everyone thinks oranges right off the bat. Well, there's a bunch of other stuff that, broccoli has vitamin C, cantaloupe, cauliflower. Grapes have more vitamin C than oranges. Grape leaves have more vitamin C than oranges. Kale, kiwi, papaya, red, green, yellow peppers, sweet potatoes is vitamin. Strawberries, good for vitamin C.
Vitamin C, to find it in the northern hemisphere, it's in pine pollen and pine tips and pine needles.
Mm-hmm.
Loaded.
Cool. And then also in your tomatoes, you notice I was eating some tomatoes here for dinner. So, and then this one I got from Stringfield Ridge out there because Lee was out there doing some foraging for wild Cherokee rose for getting the Cherokee rose hips there. So that's vitamin C there. Now vitamin D, your fatty fish like tuna, mackerel, salmon. It's in beef liver, cheese, egg yolks, and so you got your vitamin D there. Vitamin E, sunflower seeds popped up here again. That was vitamin B, now vitamin E for sunflower seeds, almonds, spinach, avocados. There's your avocados again, folks. Have your guacamole. Have your I'm looking here. A lot of this stuff here, your vitamin C for your peppers, your vitamin E with your avocados, your vitamin B for avocados. Do yourself some Spanish food. Yeah, something with with your beef in there. Cook up your beef and stuff. You like a burrito or something with all your avocado and stuff in there. Hey, you're getting all your vitamins in it. Vitamin K, very important. Green leafy vegetables such as kale, spinach, turnip greens, collards, Swiss chard, mustard greens, parsley, romaine, and green leafy lettuces. Vegetables such as Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and then fish, liver, meats, eggs, and certain cereals contain those last ones contain a smaller amount of vitamin K.
I gotta watch how much vitamin K I eat.
Yeah. And then there's we were talking about last year, and he said the Celtic sea salt is the better salt to be using. A little more expensive, but it's better for you. And then Murdoch root. I have a note here. I'm not sure what Murdoch root was for. So that's something we're going to need to ask Howie when he comes back. Unless somebody in the side chat here can fill us in, give us the information. Murdoch root, MURDOC root.
Remember, all the stuff that we're mentioning off here, you should be able to either dehydrate it or can it so that you can save it.
Yeah. Probably dehydrate. for most of it, for your herbs and stuff. Freeze dry it, or like the Swiss chard and stuff. Guys, I need some help here. Swiss chard, spinach, kale. Best ways to store that. Anybody done any storing on that?
I would can it.
Well, you don't want to cook some of these things. You lose a lot of the minerals, and you lose a lot of nutrients when you cook it. I wasn't sure on something like that where you can just go ahead and freeze it
Some
or
of
freeze
it
dry.
can.
Yeah. So that would be some of these things here. Is something. Yeah, and that's really where a year-round greenhouse like a Wallapini would come in handy, where you can grow these things year-round. And of course, if you're down there in the southern states, you might be able to. All you might need is just a simple high tunnel or loop house to do it. Burdock root, Kathy says. Okay.
What the heck is burdock root? What is burdock root, Kathy?
Oh, I was saying Murdoch, so it may have been burdock is what it was supposed to be. Some on my notes, I must have misunderstood somebody back last year when I was taking these notes down. Okay, I got to throw this one up here. Good point.
Oh yeah, those would be cool.
Yeah.
I used to have a couple of different size ones of those things when I canned.
All right. Prep setting with Nana says pressure canning. So I think you're talking about for the vegetables and stuff, pressure can them.
Yeah, pressure can either dry or otherwise.
Okay, Cecilia. There's I know Howie's talked on a live stream we did last year about and that's where when it first started talking to me about the beets and stuff for helping a lot of people's get their bodies back into balance. So raw beet to help get them off the need for some of the medications. Because Howie used to be on insulin, now he's not. Okay, Kathy couldn't find Murdoch, so burdock was the only thing she could find.
Excuse me, guys.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I know Howie talks on a lot of his stuff when he's walking through his garden. He talks about the benefits of the different stuff that he's growing and how they can help you get off of certain medications and stuff.
Thing you need to do is you need to get over there and get that book that he's got out.
Yeah, that one, Kathy, do you still have the link for that book on Amazon? That'd probably be a good book for everybody to get. My wife's probably gonna get mad at me, asking me, "What am I spending, $17 for a book for?"
Because I can.
Because they didn't have a $5 version on the Kindle.
Well, you got Prime, don't you?
Yeah, I got Prime, but they don't have a Kindle version.
They have Audible though.
Not on this one. It's the hard copy only. There it is. There's the link again.
Go look at that book, you guys. Anybody in here that has not at least checked it out yet needs to at least go see if that would be something you'd be interested in.
Yeah. I have a feeling that's going to be part of my top 10 library here by the end of the year. That two or three of the books from Doom and Bloom, and that one, and that was another one I have written down here I need to get. I need to hit the lottery so I can buy everybody these books. Have fun giveaways.
I'm gonna have a giveaway when I get to 4,000. Maybe I'll buy two of those books so I
Yeah.
can have one for me and one giveaway.
Yeah. Fortunately, I like when I download a book onto my Kindle, I got 6 devices on our family that's shared. So all 6 devices get a copy of the book for free. The other 5 devices get it for free. I pay for mine and I get to share it with the other ones on my family library. But I got all sorts of backup power here. When power goes out, I can still I got solar panels and everything else, so I'm good on that. But I know most people aren't. Most people haven't spent the last 45 years getting prepared like I have.
And get you a Generac. That's where you're gonna retire at. You should have a Generac.
Well, actually, what I want to get to be able to maintain, especially if like maintaining the Willapina, if I have to, is that Titan solar generator that Ben is a dealer for. It's I mean, that thing does everything but fold your laundry, and it's easily expandable, and it can be expanded. I think you add battery packs I think you add up to 5 battery packs on that sucker, and those battery packs, are really give a lot of power out. They're not like the little small cheap ones you buy. But let's see anything else I got over here on the notes here. So someone gave me a few moringa seeds. They didn't germinate for me.
Kathy says Mother's Day is coming up, Gil. If you'd like to get me one for my birthday.
Well, I can put it this way: if I ever hit the lottery on the special Idaho lottery they have up here, it's the $2 ticket. If you win, you get $1,000 a day for the rest of your life.
There you go.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of giveaways on my channel then. So
You have 800 more, and I'll be at $4,000, and I'll be able to give the book away to some lucky person.
cool. But yeah, there's I think probably one of the things. My daughter. If you guys have a chance later on, I put out a video on our mail call of the stuff we got from Anna at Mimsey's Garden. And when I was doing it, my daughter was laying out some of the stuff that she's planning on growing this year, and it's some really good stuff here. Let me actually I got part of that list here, and that's right. Come on, let's go.
She said it'd be cheaper than sending her those 2 pies.
Yeah, go back up here on the I'll use for my
He's ignoring you, Kathy.
cheaper than shipping the 2 pies. All right, so where was it here? Where did I put it? I lost it.
Cecilia wants to know who can grow moringa seeds indoors.
Oh, she's saying you can do it. Okay.
Oh, you can. That's right. I read it wrong.
Yeah. What did I do with it? Dang. Thought I had it right here. I must have. Oh, here we go. So some of the stuff my daughter's going to be planting this year. She's doing eggplant, a variety called Little Fingers. She says the eggplants only get about that long. And they're planting beets because of Howie. I made him watch the one video that Howie was talking about beets. they're planting a whole bunch of different variety of carrots. They got black carrots, red carrots, and yellow carrots that they're planting. And okay, I've got to get in on that one there. Hang on. Let me move this over here for a second. And I got to pull that link up on my other thing here so I can save that link. She just put in there that Maryland nutrition. So everybody, the last link that Kathy just put in there, the for Maryland Luster Nutrition. Got open a new tab or right click on it. Don't left click, right click on it, and where it says open a new tab, open it in a new in a new tab. That way it doesn't close out this. And I'm going to put that under health. Where is my health? Got to find the right subfolder here. Come on. Where did that folder go to? Folder. I got the GALT health. All right. Saving that there. Boom. All right. I saved that link. I did my part. I'm saving the. See, I'm learning stuff here too. Yeah. So good ones there. What else? Oh, my daughter's planning something called Tatsoi, TATSOI. It's a green leafy, big bushy green leafy thing like kale or something. And she's also planting kale, bok choy, kohlrabi, which we were talking about earlier, lemon cucumbers, regular cucumbers, radishes, turnips, and she had a bunch of other packets of seeds and stuff, herbs and stuff. She's going all the the basils. She has several different types of basil she's going to be planting. So, very good, very good, very good, very good. Yeah. In California, when we're in the San Francisco Bay Area, when we're going to get a frost, we have Christmas lights out that we put over the all the citrus trees and the cactus and stuff. So when it drops down, all my wife needs to do is just go plug in a plug for the backyard and plug in a plug for the front yard, and everything that's in danger of frost has those mini Christmas lights on. Not the LED ones, the old-fashioned mini lights, because they produce more heat. The LED produces practically no heat at all.
Hey, Lori, when did you get back?
Okay, what did Lori say? Oh, they can cause kidney stones. Well, maybe that's why Howie said just one a day. Don't pig out on them. Well, Lori, one of the things that we were talking about earlier was reverse osmosis water. The only problem with it is that you have to take minerals, supplements and stuff. But the reverse osmosis might help with your kidney stones. I don't know. Double check with your doctor, because supposedly, I know reverse osmosis water pulls minerals out of your system. All right, Teresa, take care. Go help your mom. Wrong one. There we go. Yep. And I bet you couldn't tell in the video that she is 7.5 months pregnant. So, yeah. So there's a lot of things we can do. Actually, in the one room in the house in California, My wife has a big southern facing window, and my wife has all sorts of the little trays, of little planter trays in there with all sorts of other herbs in there that she doesn't want to plant outside, and she keeps those going. But there are some really cool. Actually, let's revisit something here from earlier today. Let me go ahead and reduce that down. Go over here. First, I'm going to share something with you guys here. Boom. All I did was look up herb gardens, and there's all sorts of cool ones. And like they have maps of all the different type plants to put out there. I mean, Howie could probably go around and name all these plants that are in here in these things, but this kind of looks like my wife's front yard garden out there. Actually, that looks a lot like it. That looks a lot like it out there, huh? I wonder if someone snagged a photo off one of my videos. Anyways, the other thing here, pull it up here. WALIPINI greenhouse. Images. Thank you. Didn't that go? It stayed on it. What the heck? Why didn't it take? WALIPINI greenhouse. That time it took. So these are, if you're having trouble with the cold and stuff, these are some of the. This is a solution you can possibly use, but if you're not up here in the northern climates and you just need to get frost once in a while, they have some simple little ones where they make put the just the glass over the boxes, over the planter boxes, or you can get high T.
Mine out of 2x2s in plastic.
High tunnel.
To form whatever type of enclosure I needed.
Yeah, here we go. This looks like the type of come on, open up here. There we go. Yeah, this is the type of high tunnel similar to what Daniel at Arms Family Homestead has in Oklahoma. And he can open it. He has a solid one on one end with a door on it, so he just walks in and out. And the other end is more of a clamshell. But it also has it where it splits in the middle, so it can vent it in the summertime, so it doesn't overheat. But and the high tunnels, you can also roll up the sides on them.
High tunnel, he had a sprinkler going right down the center at the top.
Yeah.
And that way you could just spray the plants either to the left or the right. The spigot either turns one way or the other way. It doesn't go straight down.
Yeah. The simple high tunnels, these simple high tunnels here, there's a lot of people doing them. You can you can buy the professional stuff, or you can actually just make it yourself, and you can get the material. The material on Amazon is not that expensive for the good 6 mil and 10 mil 5-year guaranteed on the plastic. So that's really good on that too. All right, Cecilia's looking for seeds for a painkiller. All right.
Make your painkiller out of wild lettuce, Cecilia.
Yeah, there's feverfew, catnip, valerian. You got to be. There's some of them that are can become very toxic and deadly. You got to be very careful on some of the stuff you use on those. The high tunnels, I don't think I'm going. I want to go. I was originally looking at a high tunnel, but it gets a little bit colder up here, and I want to go with a Wallapini, so it's because that way I can use the geothermal that's down in the ground for it. I suppose I could build something like that and put a whole bunch of pipe in and just blow through it. But that's still a lot of area above the ground to try to keep warm in the wintertime. So, but yeah, because some of these are really because all it is just it's not heavy duty. It's like I said, it's 6 to 10 mil plastic up above, and sometimes they'll put coverings down inside. So they get a double insulation layer if they're in a colder climate. So let me check one thing out here really quick here for you guys, and we'll see what I can get. I'm gonna get something else here for information for you here really quick. Let's see if I can do this quick enough here. See if it'll bring it up here for me. Oh, no, I got to go the other way. I know where I saved it. I saved it somewhere else. So give me a second. There. Wait for my ancient computer to go so slow. Moves about as fast as a certain political candidate who's so gray that as soon as he's off the stage, he slows way down. Okay, hit playlist. And I'm looking for, where is it? It's not showing up there. Dang. I was going to sneeze there for a minute. All right. Well, I saved it somewhere else. I'm going to have to go this other way to do it. Dang. I just hate it when things just don't work out right. They don't go the way they're supposed to.
Southern Homestead. I was playing around with the green screen.
Yeah.
I don't have my other light on right now, so it's not working very good.
Okay, so I was trying to give you guys the okay. Well, let's go the other way around. No, it's not doing it. Dang it. Maybe I can take it all the way down the bottom here. See if I get it to work this way here. I've been liking too many videos out there.
All right. Be quiet. Howie's here.
Hey, sorry, gentlemen, but I have to leave. I got to go to the hardware store and get a bunch of stuff that I screwed up on.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay. One quick question.
Yeah, sure.
One quick. One of the ladies in here was asking about how to make painkiller. What plants are good for painkiller?
Willow leaves and willow bark. It's got acetaminophen in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you just take a bunch of leaves and boil it up and drink it, and you'll have a painkiller.
Okay. I just noticed that Kathy answered that up there, and she also put cloves. But she was also talking about certain seeds she heard about that you can do something with seeds. Any seeds you know?
Yes. You know, you can make your own painkiller from poppies, eh?
But then you gotta be careful about doing the drug test, though.
Well, whatever makes you sleep at night, but I'd rather be pain-free and having an enjoyable life. But I must conclude this. I have to go. All the best, gentlemen.
All right, Howie, you have a great one, my friend.
Sorry, I'm short, Gil. I got a lot on my platter.
Yeah, that's okay. You helped out a lot here.
We'll do this again.
All righty.
All right. Good night.
At night.
Night, Will.
You got that right. Exit stage right.
Exit stage right.
Okay. So, good. All right. There she put it. So, saved me a lot of time. I mean, Kathy's computer is working a lot better than mine. So, where Where is it here? All the way to the end. So yeah, that's a he has a bunch of Daniel has I think 3 videos on building his high tunnel. But there we go here. I'm losing it here. Where is it? Oops. Arms family. There it is. There. Slow down. There we go. Open a new link. But yeah, Daniel had some really good stuff with his high tunnel. But then he went on vacation, and he didn't open his tunnel up enough, and he lost a bunch of his some of his plants in there. Then in the middle of the summer. So yeah. And Kathy says hers is a Mac. Yeah, mine's an Dell that's probably 12 years old. They just had a new hard drive put in it. Yeah, Houston is a yeah. I went back and watched some of Daniel's old videos when Houston. Had watched most of when Houston had long hair. I went back and when he had short hair as a kid, and then they cut his hair off again. Okay.
Yeah, you got that right. Prep steading with Nana. Wild lettuce does make good painkiller. There's all kinds of videos out there telling you how to break it down.
All right, so this is the video that Kathy put the link up to. Daniel's one. Now, if you notice here real quick, let me go back a second. So this side has a solid wall on it, and this side is a clamshell where the whole thing opens up from the ground. He just opens up to get into it. But yeah, he has some. This is when Justin Rhodes is at his place, and so yeah, it opens up in the middle there. See how it opens in the middle? So it does that. But he has one. He has the 3-part one there about the same time. Actually, before it. So back in 2000. Huh?
I'm subscribed to that guy.
Yeah, I know. He's great. He's one of the first ones I subscribed to. He has back in 2017 when he built his high tunnel. He's got some. He had a 3-step process on it, and he gets his stuff from. This guy has a channel called Gardening with Leon, and Leon owns the company that makes these high tunnels down there in Oklahoma. So
that guy makes some pretty good growing stuff too.
Yeah, he has some. Does the wiki buckets, the big wiki tubs that are like a 25-gallon tub, and for that.
He did like an aquaponics grow operation also.
Yeah, he has all sorts of cool stuff down there. I'm gonna throw see how fast if let's see here. See if I can do this. Come on. No, wrong one. GAR gardening with Leon. Garden of Leon.
Cassie's already got it up there.
Oh man, she beat me. I just about ready to throw it in there. I had it. But what I can do though, I can do this. So that link goes to Garden of Leon. He does, he has all sorts of cool videos on the wiki tubs, planting springs for seed gardening. So, yeah, he's got a lot of stuff. Get the other one here. He's got, all the things. I mean, he does the right here on this one over here. He's doing how to do a wiki tub, build it. He has several on the wiki tubs. He does the he's talking about the high tunnels and stuff. He actually does the big 55-gallon barrels as well with the solution in them. So yeah, growing cucumbers in barrels, episode 13 is one of the ones he talks about that. But he's showing how they move the clamshell, how they build the stuff. So he's got a lot of cool stuff down in there. And so yeah, he's a real smart gentleman. And he actually sits down and answers questions from viewers and stuff about everything. So another really cool channel. Learn a lot. I've learned a lot. So yeah, Gardening with Leon is another one of those really good informational channels. Okay, I'm hoping. Yeah, I've been glancing at some of them there, but I'll go back and I'll read them for you. But CJ, let's see here. Nope, talk about it. All right. I don't discuss any of that type. 8 years military. Okay. Okay. Hey, Gil, I know you think I'm just a country bunk. No, I know you're not. I know you're very smart, CJ. I can tell by the stuff you do, and your woodworking skills are phenomenal. All right, guys. CJ, shit happens. He has a nice little wood shop out there. He makes some phenomenal things. He doesn't show you how to do it. He just goes, "Oh, this is what I'm going to make." And sometimes he tries things. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do that. It's not how to do it. He's just showing you what he's doing. It's really cool. You'll learn a lot there just by watching him. And he's got a warped sense of humor like I do. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. So, all right. So I scrolled back, read most of those. Yeah. Okay. So, anything else particular you want me to answer or talk about, CJ? Yeah. So yeah. 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 There's some really cool stuff out here. A lot of you channels, I learned a lot from you guys out there as well. That's why I try to share stuff back on growing different things. Warp drive. And so, yeah, there's this community is a real community. We help each other, pass information on. That's why I try to like to have people talking about stuff in the side chat. Warp sense of humor seems to run in the male genes of all those around me as well. Yeah. Hey, my mom said I had the most disturbing sense of humor because we on the property that they had horses in the back half of it, and had a hot wire around it. And then they went the properties next to us got bought out, and they built a big old subdivision in there. Well, the hot wire still around there was to keep the horses from chewing on the fences and stuff and pushing against the fences. Well, the hot wire was there, and some of the kids out there, they were talking, 10, 12, 13-year-old kids. And how close are you to protection as any given building? 6 seconds. What type of protection are you talking about, CJ? But my sense of humor was that the neighbor kids were out there grabbing hold of it, playing in the teeth. There was about 8 of them out there doing seeing who had touched the hot wire. So I went over and I unplugged it, and they're there touching it. And, hey, it's not shocking. They're all hanging on to it. I plugged it back in.
That is pretty bad.
Yeah.
How long can you hold on?
How close are you to protection at any given building?
Probably from building to building, huh?
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, if you're talking about, the concealed carry protection. Yeah, I know. Hey, yeah, okay. I was 20 years old when I did that. All right.
You sadistic sucker.
But hey, like Larry the Cable Guy says, I don't care who you are. That there was funny. Oh, I have a whole bunch of friends, especially in construction. I mean, when I hear these stories and stuff, they like to come over and do that. Oh, all right. My CJ, just so you understand, I'm going to show you guys something here. Let me bring it up over here. Another thing here, just so you understand why I'm so laid back and relaxed as far as that goes with firearms. Okay, bring up the map. My little town up here in Idaho, practically every farmer out around me carries. I don't carry. Let me zoom this in a little bit here. Oh, wrong way. Zoom in. Okay, bring this up here. It's going to try to focus it. So the city I live in, here we go. Let me get it a little bit larger. There we go. And share it with you guys. So this is my city. It's a quarter mile by a quarter mile. That is the city. All right. This over here is my property. To get to my property, you got to come up down this way here. This is the main road down here. You got to come in on, or you got to come in this way here. You got to do it. So this is one road, two roads into the city. Put my thing on the right. Put my mouse on the right one. So over here is there and there. So this is quarter mile square. My property's right up over here where it's moving now. There we go. To get into the city, the other way, you got to come down these two roads. All right. I got two deep irrigation canals.
You can go cross country.
Huh?
You can go cross country.
Well, there's a big irrigation canal right here.
Oh, that's what they call that. They call that.
And a big irrigation
balls.
And this is the big irrigation canal here.
That's quad.
Yeah, these canals will wash trucks away. They're steep sides, and anyway, so that's my property there. I don't carry. I don't need to worry about it. What's this not showing us? I got my cargo containers in over here now, and I've done a lot of other work to it, but I'm not worried about bad guys around here, because by the time the bad guy gets to my house, he's so full of holes. I can use him for a cauldron for draining my a colander for draining my spaghetti. So yeah, so this is the my property but if I really need to get something, I reach over here to the side of me. I reach up on the thing here, and I pull it out. It's still it's in its box, 9-shot revolver. But what I do have in my pockets, it's called death by 1,000 cuts. So, but I'm not really worried about, things around, around here. This is a very, very, very safe area. It's, I know, everyone around here. I know Curtis across the street from me. He goes hunting all the time. Daryl back here goes hunting all the time. Phil goes over here, goes hunting all the time. Mike over here goes hunting all the time. I'm surrounded, and Brandon across the street, he goes hunting. Everybody goes hunting. Everybody around here has gardens in their yards. Yeah. So yeah, it's yeah, this is my, it took me 6 years to find this place, looking for it. So yeah.
I live in a pretty docile place too.
Yeah.
But I pack a 9mm.
CJ, watching your videos, you look very laid back. I'm sorry, you look very laid back, constantly thinking, but you don't look like you're stressing out over anything. Yeah, but yeah, it's but then of course, then my son-in-law downstairs has his 9mm. My daughter has hers. I carried a gun working since 1978. I'm tired of carrying a gun, folks.
Yeah,
But
I can hear you.
But I do have a lot of samurai swords stashed around the place. And if you've seen some of my videos, my three knife challenge there, you'll see I have a lot of samurai swords and other big ugly knives as well.
Yep, you and my boy.
Yeah, that's why. Oh, yep. Of course, either that or his alter ego has the bottle of water all the time. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Okay, guys, we're kind of wrapping it up here. I think we're pretty good here. Oh, nunchucks. I have those as well, as does my younger son. Oh, my daughter was also captain of the fencing team at the university she was at. She's got her swords downstairs, and her knives. And so, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna show this off, Gil. These are coasters. You guys want a couple of them? Just
all right, hold it up again. You're big. You're big. There we go.
send me a self-addressed stamped envelope to my P.O. box in my About section. I'll give you a couple of free coasters.
All right. Yeah, that's the way it is here. It's but I don't worry too much about someone showing up. But if someone does show up, yeah, it's DEFCON 5 or 1 or whatever it is, DEFCON 5, whatever the higher number is, and it's all safeties are off, and
Everybody's prepared.
I turn into a berserker, especially if someone messes with my grandkids. Cool, Kathy. Yeah, I studied a bit under several practitioners during my law enforcement days. All right, Kathy just threw up just-in-time prepping. So, guys, Monday, 7:30 Mountain, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Pacific, just-in-time prepping. What's the topic again? Well,
Is Howie's going to be there. It's going to be garden pest infections.
garden
Pest infections.
infections?
That's what it says.
I sure knew it wasn't infestations.
Infestations. Yep.
Yeah.
You got it. Infestations.
Yeah, garden pest infestations. How to naturally take care of the pests in your garden. I'm not talking about the neighborhood kids coming over to steal your watermelons. All right, guys. That's it for now. I'm going to wrap it up here, and we're going to call it a night. Everyone stay safe, stay happy, enjoy the rest of the evening.